What's up, Eagles Nation? This is Bird Gang 114. That's Cameron, and my name's Ed. And today we're going to talk about WWE wrestling and some other things going on in wrestling. And we'll talk about a little bit of what we saw this past week and our observations. I wanted to start off by saying on Monday Night Raw, I think what they're doing with Brock Lesnar, with a little bit of the Beast Box and changing the Money in the Bank to the boom box type of thing, I actually like it. I think it kind of gives Brock Lesnar a little bit more to his character, and seeing that
the other side of Lesnar, actually.
He's a little bit funny if he wants to. I like it a lot. I think they could go with it. Yeah, he's like jamming, and then when Paul Heyman was getting down on the, he was badass. He was better than Lesnar. I was like, hell yeah, that guy's into metal, and you could tell. And I'm
that
like,
was awesome.
When he was doing that Seth Rollins, I was like, yeah, right, I like that. And
that was my favorite. I was mad about Lesnar how he didn't show up, but after that Raw, I was like, I like it. I like it a lot. I like how they're doing them.
And then later on when he came out on the show, and he's like, hey, what do you mean? I don't take the Money in the Bank like right now? I got a whole year. And he starts laughing and everything. That's great. Yeah, he starts slapping around. But that's great. Come on. Now I want to see a little bit more creativity like that.
And that was great. I love it. And that's what they got to keep doing.
They're building the character. It's another layer. That's what you need. It's just not, let's have the match. That was more. I liked that. That was really good. And then right after that, Dolph Ziggler comes out of nowhere and starts beating the holy crap out of Kofi.
And then he did to his friend,
Woods and everything.
And then he goes back to Kofi.
And then you could see that the blood on Ziggler's face, and they're beating each other. I think they even went into I'm not sure, but I think they were in the crowd beating the crap out of each other. They're developing a story here. They're developing a rivalry.
And you know what I like about Ziggler in that also? He talked. It was unbelievable. It was good. It felt good. I was like, this rivalry is great.
I respect you, but it should have been me. All right. Now we got an idea why you're wrestling. Why you're the little bit of jealousy going on there. But the action was great. It was wrestling. It wasn't like 2 seconds of this and then comedy. It was like old school. Let's beat the crap out of each other. What's been missing. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I was just, whoever's writing that part of it is doing a good job, because that's what's missing on Raw.
Yeah,
that is exactly what's missing, and it's carrying over. And they're smart. This bullshit of where it's just one story on one day, the next story on the next day, it's kind of like makes you want to go in and watch SmackDown, and you want to watch it. I mean, finally they're getting it a little bit, so I like that. But then they drop the ball. They go to Shane in that stupid match where he's talking about, Alpha and Sika, and he's, and then they bring the cousin in, and he's like, beating the crap out of the cousin.
My cousin was Roman during the match.
I know.
Like, really?
You're gonna let your cousin get the shit beat out of him?
I know. And then after the match you come?
I know.
Really?
I know. It's like, that was lame. And I mean, I see what you're trying to do with Roman, and they should have went more with the angle which they were pushing. Like, you don't lay your hands on my father, because Shane did it to
the Miz.
So it's funny, all right. But it's like an oxymoron thing, but it's good. That's what they should be going, not this fighting. I mean, they should have been talking more crap and going at another angle with that. I mean, I like what they're doing about bringing in McIntyre to be his bodyguard.
I like it. It's promoting him too, and that's what I like about it.
So I mean, they got to work on that. I didn't like the idea of fighting his cousin. They could have worked on it. I mean, honestly, and I don't know. That part I wasn't crazy about, but the McIntyre, Shane talking junk about my father, that I liked. And after that, what was after that?
I don't.
the other part was after. That's when Brock came out afterwards, which we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Part 2, where the whole thing we talked about. But then, again, they had AJ. He's supposed to be in that Fatal 4-Way. He can't fight, and he's talking serious and everything. And then boom! What did I say when it happened?
Baron Corbin
Smacked him like a bitch out of
That's all I'm saying.
nowhere.
There he
You
is.
didn't see it coming. That was good. Now they're developing something there. Like, hopefully they don't drop the ball. This could be something good. Baron Corbin needs to push. AJ needs to go against someone people hate. This could be good. What should happen at Saudi Arabia is AJ's there somehow, and boom, screws Corbin for the belt. Corbin gets pissed, a rivalry, but it can't be like a 2-week thing. It can't be a 1-month thing. Same thing with the Ziggler. If they give a winner, a definitive winner in that first match of Ziggler versus Kofi, someone needs to be fired, because that needs to go on for months. They need this match coming up with those two. There needs to be a disqualification or an interference. Then the next time after that, there needs to be like a count out. Then a double They need to build it to the point where you're like, "Argh!" You just don't do what you did with that stupid AJ match the first time. That can't happen. And then after that, let's see, what was the women.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was hard to watch. The Iconics.
I can't stand their noises. I can't stand them.
Iconics. And who they fought? They fought Nikki Cross
and
Becky Two-Belt.
I thought it was wasn't it supposed to be like a belt match or something like that? And
I don't know.
It was so confusing.
It was confusing. I don't know. It was so boring that usually lately women's wrestling is what's been carrying the WWE, like with the Becky Lynch, the man, when Sasha was there, with Ronda Rousey. They carried the show, honestly, because there have been such crappy men's matches. They've had good matches. When Sasha and Charlotte, that was all good stuff. And now, I don't know what happened to the women. They just totally disappeared. I do not see what everybody else sees in Nikki Cross. I just don't see it.
Neither do I.
I don't get it. I don't know why she's even on. God bless her, but
I think she should go back to the Sandy group. That's what she should just stay. I thought that would have been better.
I don't know, but I just, right away when she was in there, the whole match, same thing with the Money in the Bank, I got nothing out of that. I would have put someone else in the Money in the Bank. I would have put
Alicia
Asuka, whatever.
Fox.
You know what I mean? I don't care if they're going.
Give her a chance.
Yeah, I mean they need to reboot the women's thing, because it's not working out. I mean, they got a good Becky Lynch there. They got Charlotte. They got Asuka. They got
Naomi. I thought she has talent.
There's so much. How do you waste Naomi and the Usos? The only funny part of the whole show was the Usos playing the cornhole with.
It was pretty fun.
That was fun.
I loved it.
That was good entertainment, but the rest of that whole thing was so stupid. It's like, why are you showing me that part? But that was the only thing funny. But how are you wasting that talent? Naomi,
Usos.
Revival, the Usos, backstage. I mean, really? Come on. These are professional wrestlers. I mean, you're having a hard time getting ratings. How about wrestling? Maybe a good wrestling match? That could have done it. Or Samoa Joe just comes out to talk for 45 seconds or a minute about how...
He should be in the match.
Rey Mysterio is going to come out next week. Come on. You got Samoa Joe. Choke somebody out, for Christ's sake. Wasted talent. These guys, they have all this talent. They don't know what to do with these guys. That's just the bottom line. I mean, you got to be able to do something with these guys.
No, I agree.
Then you had the Corbin, Miz.
Wait, before that, there was a Ricochet versus Cesaro. And I think that should be a belt match. At least for Intercontinental or
that's
US
a rivalry that needs to keep going.
Because that is crazy. That match, I love it.
Best.
Steal the show.
100. I'm going to take your line. 100%. That was the best. I'm going to use one of your lines. That was a great match. I don't like the music from Cesaro and the new entrance. I don't. Like
I don't know
that.
if I could get used to it.
I would like
depends.
to see him bring back that whole James Bond 007 with the the suit.
Yeah.
I think that's way better than what they're doing now. But those guys know how to wrestle. That is what's missing. People want to see that. How?
Imagine a tag team them together.
Those guys need to be a tag team.
Sorry, Sheamus.
Yeah, I know. Well, Sheamus, I know. I hope you get better and I hope you come back. But if you don't, that's the next.
That's
tag
a new team.
But right.
And that, you know what shouldn't happen was Aleister Black leaving Ricochet.
They always say, "Oh, we're going to do what's best for business. We're going to do best for business." If you did what was best for business, you wouldn't have broke up Ricochet and him, and you wouldn't have put Andreas for one day on Monday Night Raw and put him back on SmackDown because of Charlotte and him being engaged. That's stupid. I mean, that's not best for business. That's doing what's best for the wrestler. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, sometimes you got to do what's best for business, especially now, when they're not making that much money, and the ratings are in the toilet. But that was a great match. It was just innovative moves, high-flying moves, back and forth. I mean, that's what's missed. They have the talent and a lot of these guys to do that stuff. It's just, they got to come up with good storylines. And that needs to keep continuing that much, too.
I can't wait.
And then the Fatal 4-Way, it was kind of boring at the beginning.
Wait a minute. Was it an elimination match? I swear they said it was an elimination match.
Yeah, but, it's...
that was confusing.
Yeah,
also.
but I think...
But I liked the match. It was decent. I think
the last 10 minutes was decent. The beginning was like, just electricity is missing in a lot of these matches. That part that just sucks you in and you just forget about everything and you're like, wow, that's a great match. You're like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. It's a lot of that is missing. But the last 10 minutes wasn't bad. I'll give them that, and they got to get back to that point. And then the electric chair.
And that's the ending, right?
Oh, no, they had a match after that.
But whatever.
Chair.
That's so stupid.
That's how you set up Zayn versus Rollins? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, that was the last match. And that was stupid.
I was like, there's no reason for me to get into
Here's
that
this thing
match.
with Strowman. He used to just, that's the right way.
Yes. You started 1 week and then you went away from it. What the
Why?
fuck? I know.
He could have pissed Strowman off. And then once he does that, he goes to the next person.
I know,
but not 1 week and then do another person.
You never even really didn't. I don't even know what the hell happened in that thing.
The crushers were stupid. Everything was stupid about that shit.
And then there was no reason for me to get into that match. It's just like, Sami Zayn is such a good wrestler. Seth Rollins.
And our waste talent.
Waste of talent.
Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn would have been perfect.
No kidding.
I hate to say it, no offense to Seth, but, give him a day or whatever. But that, right there, give him Samoa Joe or something. Give him a chance.
You know that Sami Zayn's going to lose the match. They're not going to give him that match because of Seth Rollins going against, in the Super Showdown against Corbin and all that, so he's not going to lose. But with the other way, Zayn, Samoa Joe, hey, maybe, or against somebody else, come on. But there was no reason for me to get into it. You have to get into something that's to draw you. And that's why it was another match that was boring at the beginning, but at the end, the last 10 minutes,
it got better.
It was really good because you started getting into it. But you have to develop a rivalry. You can't just, boom, boom, it's over. Well, why are you wrestling? Why are you just because he said some bad things to the audience? Really? That's why you want to beat him and this? Come on. There has to be more development. That's all I'm saying. They have to. I like what they're doing in Sami Zayn's character. I like what they're doing with that. At least they're trying to develop them. But now you got to give them a reason to fight these people. You need. It should have been against Strowman. Strowman should have been the guy because they started some shit, but it's never ended. You got just throw it in a trash can. That was it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that, I don't even know. Did Strowman even have anything? I don't remember. How do you not use Strowman?
He's a belt material, like champion. Yeah. Him versus Seth Rollins.
Him versus Samoa Joe.
Him.
And him getting choked out. Tell me you wouldn't want to be like, oh,
that'd be crazy.
That's crazy. And then you'd be like, no way. And then all of a sudden, then when he gets the belt next week from Rey Mysterio, all of a sudden Strowman comes out and beats the shit out of him. And then maybe they have a pay-per-view match. Come on. How come we could think of this, but you can't think of this? That's what I'm saying. And then,
how about
how about when Sami Zayn mentioned AEW?
I just think it's fucking stupid. Overall, AEW, whatever. And the only thing, Dean Ambrose, really? Or whatever his new name is, John Moxley or whatever. It was alright. Him talking shit, saying how Vince didn't really do what he wanted. It's just, shut your mouth. Alright? You gotta understand, Vince McMahon is the fucking boss. He's gonna do whatever he wants. And too bad.
I know.
That's all I weigh.
Just to let Dean Ambrose know something, you were nothing before you came to the WWE, and you'll be back again, because like usual, I've seen WCW come and go, I've seen TNA come and go,
or Impact now, right?
Impact or whatever come and go. Lucha come and go, which I liked Lucha the first year.
I loved it.
I thought it was great. Thank God for Prince Puma because we got Ricochet.
I wish they'd bring Morrison and Pentagon John. Their matches are good. Even Case, that guy's huge.
I know.
They could use so much talent.
And then they have and trust me, the only thing I really loved was ECWs because they changed wrestling from being comic book cartoon to what it was, the Attitude Era, and I know they can't really do it now, but they should. They have the opportunity with the 24/7. But I am not recognizing that title any longer.
I'm done.
Because they made it a joke for 2 weeks in a row, and R-Truth running around with Carmella on his back, and then the whole thing on SmackDown, losing it, getting it back.
They can make it good, but they're just fucking it over.
I know. Now, if they wanted to, they should have done Dean Ambrose for the title right there if they wanted to do it. Him versus McIntyre.
Yeah.
Those would have been classics. That would have cemented the belt as being just as important as any other belt. But now, but to Dean Ambrose, what you were saying about his comments,
it's like, just shut up.
It's like, you know what? Vince McMahon's the owner. He's going to do what he thinks is right. It's his company. Dean Ambrose is actually his character, and if you don't like it, too bad. You can leave, and you did, and that's great. I hope you do great. I don't care, but you're not going to tell them what they want to do with their show. Think about it. You always want to become a wrestler to wrestle. Basically, just do your job, and that's all. No one really gives a fuck. You can always add a little bit and ask them, give a suggestion, but that doesn't mean they have to do it. Because you're nobody. You work for them. They don't work for you.
The only thing I liked about the AEW, Jericho beats Kenny Omega, and then Dean Ambrose came in. So,
my view on AEW is they got a bunch of wrestlers that nobody wanted to watch in WWE. Cody Rhodes, Stardust, whatever, bye-bye, because nobody gave a fuck. Okay, dyed your hair blonde. Whoopie-doo. Who cares? Okay. Goldust. Everybody had enough of him. Jericho I like, but he's older and out of shape.
But he's out of shape now.
Older and out of shape, and he's a better talker than he is a wrestler, because before his matches were electrifying. Now it's basically the same thing. You're going to get a code breaker, a lion salt, and a couple body slams, a drop kick here and there, but he's older. He's great. He's a Hall of Famer, and I love him, but he's not the same.
Same.
And, you got Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is Dean Ambrose, but out of the Shield, he was probably the worst out of the three.
I agree. From the first part, we just knew Dan was.
Okay. I'm crazy. Okay, that works for so long. All right, out of the Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, I would hate to see them leave. And okay, his title reign was nothing memorable. Do you remember any big matches from it? I don't. I just remember they traded his ass to SmackDown. That's how much he meant to Raw. Okay, right? Here, have the WWE title. Really? That's why, you know, I could care less. But honestly, I mean, everybody loves a new thing at first, so everybody's like, oh, yeah, AEW, AEW. But they're a bunch of losers, has-beens, and nobody's and never was. You know, I wish them success because competition is always good.
Good.
But you're never going to be WWE, so forget about it.
What else you want?
I think we covered a lot.
Oh, how about the video they sent out? Lesnar's
Lesnar
next
cashing in.
Raw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah.
You always, you're gonna tell the audience and everybody before you're gonna do it? No. He's gonna just pretty much fuck with Rollins and think that he's gonna do it and all that.
The McMahons are gonna take away your Money in the Bank opportunity because you made the Money in the Bank suitcase into a beast box. I mean, yeah. Right.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see that happening. I think it's a bunch of bullshit, but whatever, you know. I don't see them taking any belt away before that Super Showdown because it doesn't make sense. Baron Corbin versus Brock Lesnar, I just don't see it. And there's no reason for him to cash it in. But, I mean, if they do, I think it's a big mistake. Once again, they built his character for a week or two. They're making it kind of good, and they're going to fuck it all up.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, so I hope it doesn't happen. I just hope that it's kind of like just getting everybody to watch the show because everybody thinks it's going to happen.
Yep. I think he does on Kofi, if at most. It'd be a surprise because everybody's thinking Rollins and it'd just be Kofi.
I think he should just hold on to it, show up every once in a while.
No, I'm just saying most. Like, if he's going to have to do it, I'd rather see it on Kofi. No offense, but I love him, but...
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Time will tell. But I just want to say thanks a lot for coming along for on the ride. I know I babbled a little bit, but I just love wrestling, and I'm just telling you from my heart what I feel. And I actually want to see it succeed because I want to watch Monday for the 3 hours and love every minute of it. It's hard to do right now. It really is hard to do. I hate to say it.
And they can fix it.
Oh, it's easily fixable. It's not like they don't have talent. They have it. It's fixable. And then, you know, I just want to say, you know, welcome to the family. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it.
And leave a comment.